welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the things that I learned during my time at Oxford University. I graduated Oxford a year ago with a Master of Engineering degree, and I have to say it was a wild ride. I learned a lot during these years. Aside from the course material, there are a lot of lessons that I learned that I'm pretty sure will stay with me for life as well. These things will be things that are outside the course. They're insights and experiences and skills that I learned during those 4 years, and it really transformed my life. So keep on watching to find out what the 5 main lessons are that I learned during my time at Oxford. Firstly, I would say I learned to have confidence in myself and my abilities. A lot of people will have imposter syndrome during their career or during their life sometime. And at Oxford, I saw that a lot of students went through that during their university years. And I myself was not different from that. First, I felt that it was just luck that I got in. And then when I had good grades, I was actually thinking, oh, I have some unfair advantages because I have friends from upper classes that helped me, and that's why I had good grades. But the period when it was most prevalent for me was actually when I was leading a team of 50 to 90 students to design a Formula student car, so an electric Formula One style car, but for university students. And I was really feeling that because I thought I was not a good manager, I was not a good leader, I couldn't lead the team well, I couldn't plan things out well. And it really impacted me because I was thinking that why am I leading the team when I'm not the best person for this? There are people around me who would be much better. And that is actually a common thing for people to think when their environment has a lot of outstanding and amazing people, because all they see is other people are amazing. I'm probably not that amazing. And they start feeling stressed, they start doubting themselves. And I learned during that period that even though I think this way of myself, other people think I'm really good at my job. I can do this really well, and there is a reason why I am leading the team and not other people. So believe in yourself and your capabilities, and don't listen to people around you who are just saying things to you out of mean spirit. And whether they're more aggressive than you, whether they're louder than you, do not believe them. You can always learn from constructive criticism, and don't let other people make you not confident or nervous about your skills and abilities. It is very important to keep in mind that you have to be confident with yourself and your skills so you don't feel this imposter syndrome. And this is one thing that I really learned throughout my years at Oxford is, I'm surrounded by great people, and that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not one of them. The second thing I learned was how your experiences and connections can shape your future. I know for sure that I learned a lot more through interacting with people and through having these experiences in university than if I had only focused on studying alone. Yes, grades are really important, and you don't want to fall behind, you don't want to drop out of university. You still need to have amazing things that you can show and skills that you can show for your interviewers later on at your workplace. But after a couple of years, the connections that you make and the experiences that you've had are the things that will stay with you. Even for myself, I consider myself as an introvert. I made sure to have these connections with certain people, go out with friends, meet people, and have these experiences, such as extracurriculars. Because at the end of the day, that's what I also remember now. Make sure to have these extra experiences outside of your course. Do not focus 100% on studying, because after 10 years, it will not matter. Grades are not everything, and make sure you prioritize your life according to that. Now, the third thing I learned is the importance of good health. Even though you're young and busy and you have so many other things to do, It's really, really important to take care of your health, both mentally and physically. A lot of people I see did not take care of themselves that well. And so, they perform not as well as they would like to, and they're not as energetic as they would like to. So, again, if you just take care of yourself, both mentally by resting, by going on walks, by making sure you have good mental health hygiene, then you will be able to achieve much greater things than otherwise. And physically, it's the same. It's very important to eat healthy because at the end of the day, that will impact how you feel during the day. So I always made a point to eat very healthy, even though I was a bit lazy regarding working out, but I always made sure to eat healthy. So I always have that amount of energy to do things I wanted to do. And I was never tired because I didn't have enough nutrition in my body or if I didn't have enough energy in my body. So all in all, it's just really important for you to take care of yourself. And lastly, this is quite a different lesson from the others, but I learned to live quite a minimalistic lifestyle. And I briefly touched on this in one of my previous videos that you can watch here. But basically, it's because the Oxford year is divided into 3 terms. So one term is around 9 weeks. And so the Oxford year actually has a term and then a couple of weeks of vacation where people go home. And then term time again when you're in Oxford, again a vacation, again term time, and then the summer vacation. And because of that, as an international student, every time there was vacation, I went back to Hungary and I had to pack everything in my room up into 2 or 3 suitcases because the room was actually let out to other people during vacation time. So everything that I had to pack up and put it in a storage room. And it was quite a big hassle to put everything into 3 suitcases and do that back and forth again a few times a year. Because of that, everything that I had a reason for why I had it. I didn't have much decorations in my room. I didn't have things that were not needed. And because of that, it was quite a minimalistic lifestyle. Before that, I would have a lot of things in my room and I really loved having knickknacks around the house. But then I learned that those don't contribute to my happiness. And I actually preferred the quite minimalistic aesthetic of the room. So because of that, I do think that I learned to be much more minimalistic with my lifestyle and to have much less stuff around me. It also helps to clear your mind a bit because I find that personally, if I have a lot of clutter around me, it's really hard for me to focus. And it really gives me a clean slate every day when I sit down to my desk and there's not much stuff on my desk. I can just think about what I need to do. There are a couple of post-its here and there, but that's it. So this is again a personality thing. For me, I found that it really helped and it was really different from when I was at home, when I had a lot of things around me. That also has its charm, but at the end of the day, I prefer this. So right now, I am living a similar lifestyle. So I hope that these lessons really helped you and you can learn something from my experience as well. And I hope that, you can also experience this one day, even if you don't go to Oxford, if you have a time where you can actually just focus on yourself, focus on the experiences, and not just worry about grades. Bye guys, see you guys in the next video.